We've been a leader in banking for more than 100 years. You'll find us here, at home, on your phone, and everywhere you go. Renaissance Bank. Understanding you. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Sponsored by Renaissance Bank.
Good morning, Northeast Mississippi. This is Newsbreak for Friday, May the 5th. I'm Brad Locke. Thanks for joining us. You can catch Newsbreak weekdays at 7 a.m. Watch it at djournal.com, on Facebook, YouTube, or the Daily Journal's mobile apps for Apple and Android devices. I'm going to take a quick look at news, sports, and weather for Northeast Mississippi. We'll start with the weather forecast for today. Going to have partly cloudy skies, a high of 64 degrees, low of 46, a 20% chance of rain. 3-day outlook: Saturday, clear skies, high of 75, low of 42, just a 10% chance of rain. Sunday and Monday looking much the same. Clear skies on Sunday, high of 75, low of 49, 10% chance of rain. And Monday, clear skies, high of 80, low of 56, a 10% chance of rain. Let's look at some of the top stories now from the Daily Journal and djournal.com on this Friday. A state lottery could wind up on the agenda for the upcoming legislative special session. Governor Phil Bryant said Thursday he would consider including the enactment of a lottery during the session, with the idea of proceeds being used for transportation needs. Bryant said the Mississippi Economic Council would need to step forward and lead the effort, but if the MEC has no interest in doing so, then Bryant said the lottery likely would not be on the agenda. Scott Waller, interim CEO of the MEC, confirmed his group has been in talks with Bryant regarding the lottery issue. Waller said the MEC hopes to have information on how much revenue a state lottery could generate and any other possible impacts on the state's economy. He said the MEC might have the info and take a position on the issue by the time the special session begins June 5th. The session was called mainly to deal with the passing of budgets for 3 state agencies: the Office of Attorney General, the Department of Transportation, and the Aid Road Program. House Speaker Philip Gunn on Wednesday announced the formation of a study committee to look at the impact of a lottery on the state. Bryant called that panel the Anti-Lottery Committee. Gunn is adamantly opposed to a lottery, but does want to gather info on its revenue impact. The attorney who represents the family of Antoine Ronnie Schumpert must pay financial sanctions levied against him. A federal judge will not rescind the sanctions against Carlos Moore, who failed to turn over evidence in a timely fashion due to what the attorney called excusable neglect. Moore has been representing the Schumpert family since last summer, after Schumpert was shot and killed after allegedly attacking a Tupelo police officer. The family is seeking at least $35 million from the city over alleged civil rights violations related to the shooting. Moore's legal lapse occurred when an attorney defending the city sought information from Moore through the discovery process. Moore missed several deadlines, and the city's defense team eventually filed motions asking a court to force Moore's compliance. The court granted, in part, the motion to compel, and the court also agreed that Moore should pay the legal cost incurred by researching, preparing, and filing enforcement actions. Mitchell, McNutt & Sams, the legal firm representing the city, has calculated the relevant expenses at $3,086. Spirits were high during Tupelo's National Day of Prayer event on Wednesday. The event was moved inside the 125-seat City Council chamber because of the weather. By the time the music started, it was a standing room only crowd, with people spread into the halls of the second floor. The event is sponsored by the American Family Association. It helps give locals the chance to gather and worship and pray for the local, state, and federal governments. This year's version featured AFA Director of Outreach Wesley Wildman, Tupelo Mayor Jason Shelton, Tupelo Free Will Baptist Pastor Terry Pierce, and AFA General Counsel Abraham Hamilton III. Wildman said it is a great opportunity for people from throughout the community to take their lunch break and gather together and pray. And in sports, the Tupelo boys golf team took home another state title on Thursday. The Golden Wave, playing on its home course, edged Madison Central by 1 stroke to capture the Class 6A crown. It's the 13th state championship for Tupelo. The win was clinched when senior Walker Clayton sank a par putt on the 18th hole at Tupelo Country Club. The Wave led by 2 strokes after the first round and finished with a total score of 608. Sophomore Brooks Hudson was Tupelo's top finisher with a 2-day total of 148. Bryce Wilkerson of Madison Central was the individual medalist at 143. The win capped a big week for Tupelo golf coach Sherry Ryle. On Tuesday, her girls squad won its first state title, beating D'Iberville by a stroke. That does it for Newsbreak today. We do want to remind you that if you're looking for a new career, you need to check out the new and expanded employment section in this Sunday's Daily Journal. And also look for numerous other features plus valuable coupons. Hey, follow us on Twitter, if you will. We're at DJournal now. Give our Facebook page a like as well. That's it for Newsbreak on this Friday. I'm Brad Locke. Have a great weekend.